Hello everyone. In this session, we are going to start with numbers. Numbers is a very important topic as far as any competitive exam is concerned. So let's start with numbers. Okay. So first of all, classification of numbers. How do we classify numbers? First of all, numbers classify as real numbers and imaginary numbers. Now, what is the difference between real and imaginary numbers? Are this? See, real numbers are those which can be represented on number line, and imaginary numbers are those which we cannot represent on number line. Generally, in all the competitive exam, they do not ask for imaginary numbers, only real numbers are there. Okay. Now, real numbers further classify as rational and irrational numbers. What are rational numbers? Rational numbers are those which can be expressed in the form of P by Q, and irrational are those which we cannot express in the form of P by Q. After that, it's rational numbers further classify as fractions and integers. Further classification of integers. It is positive integer, negative, and zero. Positive integers, negative integers, and zero. If I say, see, 0 is neither negative nor positive. We cannot say 0 is positive or negative. 0 is 0. If I say all non-negative integers, all non-negative integers basically means 0 and all positive integers. Basically, we can say them as whole numbers. After that, it's all positive integers. All positive starts from 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. That is natural numbers. Okay, now the next is decimal. Classification of decimal. Decimal classified into two types. First one is terminating decimal The second one is non-terminating decimal. Now, non-terminating decimal further classify as recurring and non-recurring. Now, what exactly is terminating decimal? For example, 2.4. Here, after point 4 got terminated, after 4 there is not no any value. It means my decimal, this decimal is terminating decimal. Recurring decimal 2.4444 and so on. This is known as recurring decimal where decimal is repeating. Non-recurring decimal is 2.4135 where we do not know the pattern of the decimal. Now, terminating and recurring decimal are rational numbers. Basically, we can represent terminating decimal and recurring decimal in the form of p by q, and non-recurring are irrational. Okay, next. Now, let's take a number 0.3788888 and so on. Is this a rational number or not? Obviously, this is a rational number because decimal is repeating. See, 88888 and so on. So obviously, if this is a rational number, so there must be a form of p by q. So pause the video and try to find out the form of p by q here. Okay, let's take this as m. Now multiply this equation by 1000. If I multiply this equation by 1000, what will I get is 1000 times equal to 378.888 and so on. Now multiply this same equation by 100. What I'll get is 100m is equal to 37.888 and so on. Now subtract both the equations. If I subtract both the equations, I'll get 378 minus 37, that is 341. 0.888 gets cancelled out. So the value of m comes out to be 341 by 900. Okay, now there is an alternate approach to find this fraction. 0.378 bar. I have to find the value of p by q of this number. Okay, the logic is this. First of all, simply write all three digits. If there are three digits, so simply divide these three digits by 39. This is my first step. First of all, write all the three digits 378 upon how many nines? 3 nines. Now tell me which number does not have a bar on it. It's the 37. This number does not have a bar on it. So subtract 37 from numerator. Now tell me how many numbers does not have a bar on it. How many numbers does not have a bar on them? Can I say that 3 and 7 are two numbers which does not have a bar on them? So basically there are two numbers. So replace these two nines by 00. So I got my answer as 341 by 900. Let's try this concept in the next question. Let's take this 0.378 bar. What I'll write is 378 upon 999. Subtract which number does not have a bar? 3. How many number does not have a bar on it is 1. So this is my answer 375 upon 990. Suppose I have to find out the form of p by q of this number. So how to go about this question is, we can write it like this: 4 plus 0.378 bar. And using the same logic, we can write it as 4 plus 375 upon 990 and solve and get the answer. Okay, let's move on to the next thing. That is, in numbers, the next thing is even and odd numbers. So the first rule in even and odd numbers is this. Even plus even, these are the universal rules, is equal to even. Second, even plus odd is equal to odd. Third rule is this, odd plus odd is equal to even. Fourth rule is this, even multiplied by even is equal to even. Fifth rule is this, even multiplied by odd is even. Sixth rule is this, odd multiplied by odd is equal to odd. Now obviously these rules are very simple. Even and odd numbers are very simple, but their application is really very important as far as any competitive exam is concerned. As far as questions of numbers is concerned, let's take an example. Question is this. Question is this basically, x to the power 32 minus x square is equal to 246563. X is an integer. How many values of x does exist? Pause the video and try to solve this question. Okay, see, it is given to us x to the power 32 minus x square is 246563 and x is an integer, it is given to us. After seeing this equation, we can say that obviously it's not that easy to solve this equation, so there must be some logic involved in this question. Now it is given to us that x is an integer, so I can say that x is definitely an even number or odd number. Okay, so let us assume that, first of all, let us assume that x is an even number. Now put this in equation, x to the power 32 minus x square is equal to 46563. Even to the power 32. An even number to the power 32 is definitely even, and a square of even number is also even. Even minus even is an even number. Now let us assume that x is an odd number. Odd to the power 32. Odd into odd into odd into odd is always an odd number. So odd to the power 32 is an odd number. Odd to the power 2, that is also odd. Odd minus odd, it is even. Whether I take the value of x to be even or odd, my result is always an even number. But 246563 is not an even number. So how many values of x does exist? No value of x does exist which is going to satisfy this equation. So answer to this question is 0. So this is the reason why the concept of even and odd is very important as far as this chapter is concerned. See, the next is prime numbers. Prime numbers are those numbers which have only two factors, 1 and itself. The first prime number is 2, after that it's 3, and 1. Number 1 is neither prime nor composite. 1 is not a prime number, even also 1 is also not a composite number. Prime numbers start with 2, then 3, then 5, then 7, then 11, then 13, 17, 19, 23, 29, 31, 37, 41, 43, 47. Only even prime number is 2. 2 is the only even number which is prime. Okay, now next thing which needs to be remembered is in between 1 to 50, there are 50 prime numbers. In between 1 1 to 100, there are are 25, prime number.